Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, November 1st, and we are the only live show that covers what you're talking about right now. I'm here with Tori, Bo, Brandon, and I'm Sam. Let's get started. Well, we've got the latest on the synagogue massacre as the man accused of killing 11 Jewish worshipers over the weekend has just pleaded not guilty to federal charges this morning in court. And a related story is trending everywhere, so we felt like that we had to address it here at DBL. CNN anchor Don Lemon is coming under fire for comments he made about domestic terrorism, saying the biggest threat in this country is white men. Watch.
I said that the biggest terror threat in this country comes from radicals on the far right, primarily white men. The evidence is overwhelming. Even though more people died in attacks connected to Islamic extremists, the vast majority of deadly attacks in this country from 2001 to 2016 were carried out by far-right violent extremists.
And Donald Trump Jr. slammed Lemon and CNN, saying, quote, would they let it slide if someone else made a racist statement like Don Lemon did? Don Lemon's comments come as the president is now saying he wants to deploy 15,000 troops to the U.S.-Mexican border to deal with the migrant caravan heading for the border. The president has been claiming that the caravan may include terrorists. This, of course, has not been verified. So the question is, after 2 cases of domestic terrorism in 2 weeks, do we think that Don Lemon is right, or are we putting too many resources, Tori, I want to start with you, in the wrong places, in your opinion?
I think both are right. I think Don Lemon is correct. I think the facts speak for themselves. I'm not about to use media to distort the truth and the facts. The Cato Institute, the Libertarian Cato Institute says that terrorists inspired by nationalist right-wing ideology have killed as many as 10 times as many people as left-wing terrorists. So let's call it like it is. Let's see the facts. Let's call it out as he's doing. I also think instead of 15,000 troops, these people are fevered, they're sick, they're hungry. How about sending 5,000 immigration attorneys? If they're trying to come in legally for asylum, let's help them. Let's not force a showdown at the border like it's the old Wild West. That's where I think our resources should go.
Bo, do you agree with Tori?
No, I don't at all. I think Don Lemon has peddled in race issues for years. I think he inflames our race relations, to be quite honest with you. I don't even know why he has a job. He's very pompous. He's self-righteous. I don't like his delivery, and I think he's conflating 2 different issues. And furthermore, look, when you look at the way terror cells, how they get set up, this is the way our resources are allocated properly. We look at them, we find out where their funding's coming from, what they're talking about, we monitor them. I don't think you can do that with this in the same way I don't think you could do it with James Hodgkinson in Alexandria last year. These are crazy people. Whatever they're inspired by, it's not as group-oriented and is not as organized as terror cells are. So what I say is, what can we all agree upon? And that is, we don't like this. We don't like this going on. We don't want school shootings. We don't want hate-based murder and things of that sort. So what should we do? Look at ourselves. Look at how we can inject our own virtue into other people. Because let me tell you something. Nicholas Cruz, people knew he was going to do that. We've got to be more involved in that. And government can't do that.
I think government should do that. I also agree with you that we need to take some onus. We need to take some accountability and responsibility so we can agree there. But Brandon, I would say to you, what's wrong with pouring some of our resources into things to monitor places like Gab, which is frequented by far-right extremists who have, we all know, happened most recently, said that they are about to go in, or that gentleman specifically, I'm going in.
I don't think there's anything wrong with pouring our resources to monitor this online websites and stuff like that, because a lot of the times it's radical right-wing people who are sitting there talking, or have hate groups who hate another race or another. Charlottesville, my hometown. You see how terrible that was to America. But to go back to Don Lemon, he didn't say anything that wasn't right. He is saying that the white radicals are the people who are being the domestic terrorists. He's correct. And he's factually correct, because when I went on DHS.gov, Department of Homeland Security.gov, there's an article, and it continues to mention white supremacists as being a domestic terror group. So what he said has basis.
It just makes people uncomfortable, I think. I think we're used to profiling people of color, but we're not used to profiling white people. Not saying either is right, but it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah, you don't want to get into a regulation of the mind, because that will be a Big Brother situation we are not ready to go down. That's a dangerous America.
But and I agree with you, but I do think at some point we need more regulations online. There are red flags.
I agree with that.
I agree. Yeah. Well, great conversation. We want to hear from you too, DBL Nation. You are our 5th host.